Good evening. I am Josh Croup, live at the WDTV 5 News and WVFX Fox 10 Election Night headquarters. For just the second time during the coronavirus pandemic, West Virginia reported more than 1,000 new infections in one day. This gives us a picture of where every confirmed case of the coronavirus is in the world. If you look closely on your screen, you can see a bike being dragged by a car in Fairmont. This is just moments after it hit a 6-year-old boy. West Virginia Attorney General Patrick Morrissey sent this letter just obtained by 5 News to various employees of Fairmont Regional today, updating them about his investigation. He says in the letter he is deeply concerned and is pursuing any available enforcement avenue. We're joined by 3 candidates seeking the Democratic nomination for governor of West Virginia. In alphabetical order, let's meet them. We have a projection to make tonight on this historic night in West Virginia and America. David McKinley will win a 6th term to serve as the U.S. Congressman for District 1 in West Virginia. But on the Senate side, in the other chamber of the state legislature, the Democrats were hoping that they could pick up some seats tonight. Going into this evening, there were 17 contested races, and the Democrats were eyeing a couple of those. All 80 precincts reporting in the 13th. Mike Caputo, 56% of the vote here to represent the citizens of Fairmont and Morgantown and everywhere in between. And in the 14th, Randy Smith holding a commanding lead. And this order for the bars is only for 10 days. Students come back for classes on August 19th after those 10 days. So in the meantime, what's the county going to do with these bars to prepare for the influx of students? Let's go to Superintendent Campbell first and then Superintendent Miller. What does a yellow color mean for your counties getting back to school on September 8th? And that is it. You are now off and running with this survey. There are 3 total surveys that the state is using to get some information about going back to school. These are the prosecutors in the case of President Donald Trump. They include high-ranking members of the House, including Intelligence Chairman Adam Schiff. Darren Zaslow's here to talk strategy. He's the self-proclaimed team captain. He's got the arm sleeve. He's got a couple sample wings. Darren, how do you mentally approach tonight? What's the strategy for you?
And guess what? We're only about 10 minutes away from lighting this thing up. We'll check back in with you at the top of the hour. You don't want to miss it. Kaylee Petko, I'll send it back to you.
Welcome back. It is time for Pet Helpers, and as you can see, we have a lot of company today. We are back with what's trending, and you know, Hannah, most wedding dresses, like I know, carry tales of love, right?
Today is National Vanilla Cupcake Day. I'm happy about that.
Chocolate guy myself, but Hannah, fun fact, the cupcake was originally known as the 1, 2, 3, 4 cake. It's a simple way to remember the basic recipe.
Did you get outside at all this weekend and enjoy it?
I walked to the mailbox and back. I mostly just chilled out. I thought about walking over to the park, but I just was a couch potato all weekend long. I did go to Walmart. So
Walmart?
There we go. I got out and about.
Got outside for that at least.
Colleen Campbell, anything different this week?
Bringing out my heavier coats each day. How about you?
And the hand warmers too.
That's right.
That's what I had to almost do for Friday Night Football.
Those are a must.
Colleen Campbell, the question Hannah and everybody watching at home wants to know, is it going to warm up? Good evening, I'm Josh Croup.
And I'm Hannah Tim. Thanks for joining us. 25 people from 4 states, including West Virginia, facing charges in a drug trafficking operation.
Yeah, and a lot of illegal drugs were involved in this. 5's Veronica Obey joins us live from Morgantown with more information. Veronica, good evening. Veronica, thank you. A federal operation in southern West Virginia targeting violent gang crime resulted in nearly 100 arrests. U.S. Attorney Mike Stewart says authorities arrested 98 people, including 5 accused gang members during the 30-day operation. 3 of those arrested are accused of murder, and 3 children abducted in a custody dispute were recovered. The family of a person who died earlier this year from COVID-19 is suing the Sundale nursing home where he was staying.
Leonard Wolf from Preston County died from 5 deaths.
According to the complaint filed in Mon County Circuit Court, the family has suffered emotional trauma and distress, leading some family members to give medical attention. The suit says Sundale failed to ensure information related to his medical care was protected. Nursing home representatives didn't return our request for comments. West Virginia reported the second most new coronavirus cases in one day today with 483. Today's positivity rate is at 3.5%. The state has reported nearly 7,000 cases just this month. Active cases today dropped by more than 600 from yesterday. The state also added 8 new deaths, including a 79-year-old man from Upshur County, Hospitalizations rose for the 5th straight day to another new pandemic high. Several employees tested positive for the coronavirus at the Upshur County Schools Transportation Department. They told us just moments ago that number now stands at 10.
5's Jasmine Aduse is in Buchanan with the story.
Residents in a Harrison County trailer park are reeling after they were told they would have to move by the end of the year.
RJ Buchanan spoke with residents about their uncertain futures.
A grand jury indicted a man accused of shooting an Elkins police officer earlier this year.
Police charged 46-year-old Jerry Lee.
A night of unrest after police shoot and kill a black man in the streets. Why they say they had no choice.
And dozens of missing children rescued in a human trafficking operation. But that was just a fraction of the amount of victims saved.
People still out and about under the cloudy skies in Morgantown today. Colleen Campbell is ahead with our first alert forecast on First at 5, where we are always keeping you connected.